Sorry about that. I took a smaller one and I'll go in a lot deeper to give it some depth, okay? So go up and just kind of wiggle it on either side and make it nice and deep. Okay? Just like so. You can do the same thing over here if you want. This was a little smaller. This is the G2. The other one was a, if I can find it. I have this horrible habit of dropping things and not knowing. So G3 on the first swipe, a G2 on the second. If you have this set. I love this set. I use it so much. I will say it's not the easiest to sharpen. I'll be the first one to tell you that. I even have problems sharpening it, and you know, this is really nice. That will look nice. Okay, see how we have that? That's super. So what we want to do here is just put a little notch on the bottom here. Alright, so there's our two ribbons, okay? Our package. Now our package needs to be trimmed off. We need all that rough stuff off. Why don't we just finish up the box? I think that would be kind of nice. It's kind of jumping ahead, but it still has to be done anyway. You want to take all the rough stuff off on both sides of this, okay? Make sure you don't ruin that corner, because that's a portion of your box. We're going to redefine that. Again, we're going to come in, and we're just going to snap that out. There we go. Okay, good. Alright, see how nice that is when you can... Actually, this almost looks like the second corner, okay, going inward. So it's okay pushing it towards the inside a little bit, because it just redefines that whole thing. Now you notice we're getting a little this isn't deep enough down here, or you're going to go into the shoe. You just kind of trim this out a little bit on the bottom. Not a big deal. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to go here and we want to redefine that one more time. There we go. That's good. Clean that up a little bit. Get rid of all those markings. This is going to be rounded just a tad. Get rid of those real sharp corners. You can or you don't have to. It's up to you. I like to trim them off a little bit. There's so much detail you can put in these Santas, really. Everything from the shoes. If you wanted to do an extra thing to the shoes, we're not done quite with the shoes yet, but anyway. So there's our package, and the package has a ribbon around it, so I'm going to show you how I do that. So we'll finish up the package. Alright, what we want to do here is get rid of all that rough stuff. It drives me crazy when I can't get it off the first time. Those ripples are in there too deep. There we go. Let me look at this and make sure we have all the ripples out of this one. Okay, very simple. What we want to do is we want to look like there's a ribbon going all the way around it, like what you see right here. Okay, very simple to do. It's not difficult. What you want to do is just take your finger and just go straight down and straight down. Okay, and you kind of want it the same depth in each side. So let's do this and see what happens. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that is our ribbon that we're going to put on. It's very simple to do. What you want to do is just take your knife and you're going to do a stop cut, stop cut, stop cut, stop cut. And you're going to cut from this direction away from the ribbon, okay? Or towards the ribbon, I'm sorry. You're just going to take that little... There you go. Same thing here. You're just going to take that little itty bitty off of there, and you're going to try to smooth that out, that there doesn't look like there's a ridge there. Alright? And we can do the same thing over here. can paint it on too if you want. You don't have to cut it out, but I always like to see the wood a little bit, or you know, that there's a distinction between that. I think it adds a little more to your piece. Alright, so there's our box. It's pretty well done. Some cleanup to do. I'll clean up the arms a little bit more. We'll have to put his thing in, and soon we actually, let's clean this up. We've got a couple minutes yet. Let's start sweeping all this out. Alright. Blend things in, you know. That's a lot to do with carving, is blending things in. Now some of these I have, I might do it on this one. I may not. I haven't decided yet. Putting the rope around his body, that's also, so many things are optional on this piece, really. So let's clean this up a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and put the ridge. Whoops. Got to be mindful how that grain is running. Okay. Now I have no folds in the coat. Some coats I do, some coats I don't. Just to go over the differences of stuff you can put on here. Okay, you can make this thinner or as fat as you want. You can make whatever lines you want for the folds of the hat. You can do 2 eyes or 1 eye. If you can do 1 eye, you can do 2 eyes. You just go across a little further, and you know, you make your line go out a little further, and then you'll have 2 cheeks and such. The package is, you can leave it just the 2 hands together if you like, and put the rest of the robe on. You can do that. You can put the rope on the back for his robe, or you don't have to. You can put folds in the coats if you want to. I haven't done it with the Shorty Santa. Some of the other ones I did. The Windy Santa I did do that because you know, the whole idea of the wind blowing, you know, and putting the folds in, but we're not going to do that. With this, there's no need for it, because he's not in the wind. So let's go ahead and keep going here a little bit. So what we're trying to do is we need to put, like this band up here goes on the bottom of his coat. Let's see if I can find my oh my goodness gracious, sometimes I don't know.